Bolovinaka, my name is Timaliti Samoa, and my Matai focuses on question 5, whereby I am required to discuss and create a Matai highlighting how my Pacific Island community is effectively working towards ecological sustainability. What comes to mind when we think of ecological sustainability? Well, the definition searched up is that it includes the stability of climate system, the quality of air, land, and water, land use and soil erosion, biodiversity of both species and habitats and ecosystem service. Basically, ecological sustainability means that the production of goods and services must not compromise the carrying capacity of the ecosystem. The carrying capacity of the ecosystem being the ability of nature to regenerate utilized resources. Now, our ecological footprint, it measures the demands of a person or group of people on natural resources. So there's a ratio there between what we take from the environment and what environment can regenerate to replace what we have taken from the environment. This is what ecological footprint is. It is important to be aware of this concept so we can know how much we affect our environment, how much our demands as humans affect our environment. It helps us understand our accountability to nature itself. Fiji is a large archipelago with diverse landscapes and climate. It consists of more than 300 islands. The islands are characterized by diverse ecosystem, including significant areas of natural forest, freshwater, and coastal marine life. Since independence 1970, developments have disturbed and in some instances destroyed the environment. That is inevitable because with development and changes comes changes to environment as well. And that is how our natural environment and landscape have changed over time. Because of these changes, we are faced with many environmental problems, or our environment is affected in many ways. The major threats that is posed to the environment of Fiji are the overuse of marine and coastal resources, land resources, which eventually affects the biodiversity, the need for water and sanitation, urbanization, and waste management. These are the major problems that the environment of Fiji is faced with. And it takes the whole community, the whole village to tackle these ecological, environmental issues sustainably, whereby we ensure that our actions to tackle these environmental problems does not compromise the ability of nature to produce for the future generation. Our human activities eventually lead to coral bleaching, which affects our marine life. Urbanization brings about poor waste management. Because of the high population, it is hard to find areas to properly dispose rubbish, even though urbanization is a positive has a positive impact on our economy. However, it degrades our environment significantly, as shown in the images above. It is important to note that all these issues are manageable as long as we work together. There are other issues that affect urbanized area. The issues such as sanitation, providing people with essentials of living. The high demand for these living essentials makes us extract more from nature, and in this way we take more. The ratio is not balanced because we extract more from nature than give nature more time to regenerate what it has lost, and this is at a concerning rate. This calls for the decentralization of services, where services are taken elsewhere than the center, so more people move out of the centers of or cities of Fiji. Nevertheless, the need to build healthy ecosystem and resilience to this growing impact of climate variability has been recognized. The UNFCCC, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change 1992, birthed the Fijian National Climate Change Policy, and this policy is focused on national planning, awareness raising, adaptation, mitigation, and financing issues relating to climate change. For sustainable approach towards environmental issues, we need funding, and this policy is focused on that. Secondly, the Green Growth Framework for Fiji and the 2013 Constitution that enables sustainable development for environment. It allows development while also catering for the need of the environment. Thirdly, the NCCAS, that is the National Climate Change Adaptation Strategy, and it is focused on forestry, agriculture, water, livestock, biodiversity, and natural ecosystem. Through this, Fiji is developing a joint national action plan for climate change adaptation and disaster risk management, focusing on creating awareness to all individuals on how to be prepared or how to minimize the risks that natural disaster and climate change brings to our livelihood. Last but not the least, on the national governance level is the COP, that is the Conference of the Parties. It reviews the implementation of the UN Convention, and that is focused on climate change and sustainability. Fiji was not only a part of this, but also led COP23 and COP24, whereby our Prime Minister was the president of the COP. Additionally, the more primary ways in which Fiji is working towards environmental sustainability is through policy making, whereby fines are imposed to those who are caught littering, and also the adoption of legislations like the Litter Act. Creating awareness by integrating environmental sustainability in school curriculum. Educating the general public through observation of natural environmental days, for example, World Ocean Day. Placing litter bins in public areas and in schools. Having a plant a tree movement, and also taking part in national awareness activities. These deeds create a narrative to the public that Fiji is taking a stance on combating climate change and being ecologically sustainable for the providence of today and for the future generation. And that concludes my Matai. Hope this video was an educational one. Thank you.